am. What's up? Welcome back to the Fee King Show. It's the Fee King Show. I am your hostess with the mostest. It is Wednesday. It is Wisdom Wednesday. It is Wellness Wednesday. And guess what? 54 years ago on this day, two people, a woman and a man, came together to create. Thank you so much, Donna Marie Brooks. That would be my mother. Thank you so much, MacArthur Johnson. That would be my father. From the South, mamas from the Midwest, they came together and they procreated me. Yay! Happy born day to your girl, your local fitness go-to-girl, Fee King. Today, the Fee King Show is all about who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Sekou, don't throw me off. Don't be throwing me off. Don't be looking at me. Stop looking at me. Sekou's looking at me. Today, the Fee King Show is all about who are you? What do you do? What's your why? How in the world are you keeping this thing all together? I.e., what is your self-care modality? So ladies, while I do this intro, what I want you to do right now, I'm giving you 2 to 3 minutes to do this. I want you to tag your sister friend, your homegirl, your colleague, your coworker, your auntie, your cousin, your partner who's over the age of 40 right now. Tag her, invite her to the Fee King Show because this show is for us. It is about us, and it is necessary for us women over the age of 40, specifically, yet not exclusively, to have this conversation. Who are you on a cellular level? What do you do for fun and for a living? Why is it that you do what you do? And then how in the world are you keeping this thing all together? I.e., what is your self-care modality? So we're going to just jump right into this. The show today is all about, are women over the age of 40 working harder and longer than we did in our 20s and our 30s? Let me say that again. Are women over the age of 40 working harder and longer than we did in our 20s and our 30s? So I want to share a couple of things with you. I have some photos today. And so the Fee King Show is broadcasting live from my fiance's computer. Why? Because as we get to grow, as we get to expand our territory, life is going to present you with some challenges and some obstacles. And things are going to seem as if they're falling apart when really they could be falling together, falling in line for your greater good. I was recently in Baltimore City because I pretty much moved between Baltimore and New York, Washington, D.C., PG County, Howard County, Montgomery County, all the counties. And very, very soon I'll be moving through and into New Jersey as well with my wood tool body contouring therapy workshops. I have so many videos, so many testimonies to share, but when I was in Baltimore, there was no time. And when I say Baltimore, let me reframe. I was actually not in Baltimore. I was in Maryland. And when I get to be an Uber driver, which means I get to earn money quick, fast, and in a hurry. More importantly, I get to engage with people in ways where I ordinarily wouldn't be able to. It becomes very intimate, very fast. And this trip, there were 2 people crying in the Uber, two crying. And I have so many stories. So we're going to pace it out. I'm not going to share all of them today because I want to stay on task. And ladies, we have exactly one more minute for y'all to invite your sister friends to this show. And this is the show where you want to at least share it, if nothing else, because I really want to know if it's just what I'm reading or if it's just me, if it's just what I'm seeing, the conversations that I'm having, the people that I'm encountering that's working really hard and really long, or is it the majority? Or is it many? So I want to know if it's you. I want to know if it's someone you know, and I want to connect with you because I'm building this community for women over the age of 40, specifically, not exclusively, so that we can celebrate your wins, so that we can better equip one another, so that we can support one another, so that we can let one another in on some of these secrets. Here's a secret that I just learned this morning. My good friend, Too Tight Tonya Jones of the Radical Breath, I was sharing with her my conundrum about my laptop. I took my laptop to Baltimore because I have a repair shop there. They repaired it, and no, it was not free. And that's the thing. When you are an entrepreneur, that means you don't have a help desk that you get to call. That means you get to come out of pocket. You get to continue to support and pay for repairs, pay for classes. Whenever something breaks down, there is no corporate that comes in and saves the day. You are that corporate. I was sharing with Too Tight that I just picked up my computer and I was so proud of myself. I was like, yes, girl, you did all the things. You got all the things done. My computer didn't even start like malfunctioning until I got to Maryland. And then I thought, oh, this is perfect. I have a shop. I have a rapport with them, took it. They finished it within 2 days, picked it up. I get back to New York City and it is doing the same exact thing today and yesterday that it was doing. And I thought, the old me would just be in such a panic. And I would have really let it affect my mood. Is it affecting my mood a little bit? Yep. A lot? No, not today. But a little bit, yes. Because I was just thinking about the time that I spent and the money that I spent. And then I said, but you're focusing on the wrong thing, King. You're focusing on the problem versus focusing on a solution. You get to focus on a solution. You get to come up with a solution. You get to call and say, hey guys, by the way, my computer's still not working. What is the solution? And that is exactly what I did. But my friend Too Tight Tonya Jones said, Fee, have you thought about getting Apple credit? I was like, girl, I never even heard of Apple credit. She said, yeah. And then by the time we got off the phone, she had already sent me the link to look into Apple credit. So is Apple credit the solution? I don't know, but it is a solution worthy of me looking into. All right. So that is why it is important for us, women over the age of 40 specifically, yet not exclusively, to have a community, again, where we can support your wins, where we can help you get to the bag, where we can talk to you about getting physically and fiscally fit and staying physically and fiscally fit, which I'm super excited because the physically fit is the part that my partner, my boo thing, my fiance, Sekou, will be bringing to the table. So I'm super excited that we get to do this together while we're continuing to build from where we are. And I want to encourage my sisters over the age of 40, whether you are an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, a 1099, a contract, whether you use the word hustle. I hope that you don't. I think that there's another way to look at your side gig, your part-time, which is what I have coined, a new phrase. And I don't mind sharing it with you. I don't mind you using it as well. It is the PPP plan. Properly planning and placing it in God's hand. Properly planning and placing it in God's hand. I know too much and I'm far too mature to keep hustling and grinding. I personally don't want to do that. It doesn't even resonate with me. Like the thought of grinding sounds and feels and is harsh and abrasive. And I think that if we plan it properly, and then if we release it and place it in God's hand, then we are saying to God, I know that you are in control of the how. I know you got me on the how, God. All right. Are we women over the age of 40 working harder and longer, or is it just Fee King? Is it just Fee King and Fatima West? Yes. Is it just Fee King and Fatima West? Are we the only ones out here working hard and long? So sometimes there's this thing, work smarter versus working harder. I disagree. I think we get to work smarter and harder until we're just working smarter. It is a process. And so sometimes social media influencers, people on social media, coaches, consultants will lead you to believe that no, all you have to do is plug in this system and just sit back and wait to get paid. Y'all, if you're believing that, God bless you. I don't believe that is the truth. I just don't. I have not seen evidence of it. So we get to work smarter and we get to continue to work hard. And I think also there's this thing about working. for what it is that you want that seems to be this naughty word like, "Ooh, child, I am not out here trying to work." Okay, well, what are you out here doing then? Because I think there was a time when working was admirable, when you actually put in the time, you put in the effort, you put in the energy, you have the skill set, and you worked for that which you wanted to become so that you could have the things that you wanted to have, so that you could be, do, and give and share. I took an Uber from Baltimore City where I drop off the car that I rent to do Uber. So on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be sharing very intimate, detailed, in-depth stories and information and tips about how lifting, Lyfting, and Ubering has helped me to move through my midlife crisis. At the time, I thought it was a midlife crisis. And now, thanks to Too Tight Tonya Jones, I'm realizing it has been a midlife reassessment. I'm at a place in my life where I get to reassess. I get to reassess all of the things that I've accomplished, all of the things that I've done, all of the things that I've given, all of the things and the resources and the support that I've received. And I get to acknowledge it and say, I'm no longer there. So where is it that I want to get myself to? And then what is my responsibility? How am I taking responsibility for getting myself from where I was to where I am right now, and from where I am to where I'm going? You get to take responsibility, because unless someone put a gun to your head and forced you, you made the decision. You chose. You said yes or you said no. I get in this Uber. It was a Kia electric. And I was like, oh, this is cute. This is so cute. That's the first thing that came to mind. And this is cute. And I was excited that a woman was picking me up. And I love that when I pick other women up, they're like, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're a woman. I'm like, I'm so glad you didn't mistake me for a man, because that happens often. And it's okay, because I am not attached to the opinions of other people. Yes, bald and beautiful. I love that I just said that. As I said, I am not attached to the opinions of other people, because so many people getting in my Uber have mistaken me for a sir, homie, dude, chief. I'm like, chief? Really? Do you not see these cheekbones? Do you not see these earrings? Do you not see the lip? Anyway, I get in the car and it's a sister. I was so excited. I'll be honest. I said hi and her voice was dry. Y'all, it was dry and flat. And I thought, Fee King, do not compare people to you. While you may not greet your passengers this way, be open, because instantly I wanted to shut down. I was like, I ain't got nothing for her. And I was like, really? That is not how you uplift and do what you can just by being who you are. Because Arlen Hamilton, my mentor, you all know who Arlen Hamilton is. Arlen Hamilton says that you can make a living simply by being who you are. And I believe that not only am I able to make an even bigger, greater impact in this world by being who I am, I get to put that into practice. In that moment, I said, no matter what, unless she absolutely says, you know what, lady, I don't want to talk, I am going to engage with this woman, because I felt like there's an opportunity. She's a female. She's a woman of color. She's an Uber driver. Like, I need these stories, if nothing else. Let me tell you something. As soon as I shifted, immediately the energy in the car shifted, the conversation shifted. Not only did we talk until she got me to the bus station, we stayed in the car for a few seconds longer. And I was like, whoa, let me get in here. I got a bus to take. I discovered that this woman, these are her words. These are her words. Please, ladies, Kimberly White, what's up, girl? Share with your community right now, because this is a conversation that we cannot afford to have together. If you're not watching in real time, catch the replay. This woman said to me, she's an Uber driver. I want to say she's in her mid to late 40s, because she has one child who is about to graduate university with an engineering degree. She has another son going to college. And this is what this woman said to me. I have not slept in 5 years. Woo! Not gonna, I think it's the hormones. The hormones are making me so emotional. She said, I have not slept in 5 years. And I said, what? I work 3 jobs. I said, what? I Uber, I'm a pharmacist, and I didn't get the third job. And I said, why? She said, well, I'm doing Uber because I'm paying for my second son's college. I've already paid for my first son. We got him through college. Now, I'm in the midst of doing a fitness fundraiser for Fatima West and her daughter and her family, just to help, just to support, to do my part. Because what I love about this skill set that I have is I get to use my business to help other organizations, people, nonprofits raise money for whatever it is they need the resources for. So when she said this to me, my ears perked up like it. First of all, the Kia, y'all, the electric, it has a seat revolver in the back where you lean back. I was like, what? So I did a whole video. I was doing this. And she was like, I said, well, I have a vlog and a blog. But I said, what? 3 jobs? You work 3 jobs? You've already put one son through college. The other son is going to college. And I said to her, I said, I'm so interested in this because I think that because she's around my age, we're working harder and longer. I couldn't help but ask her, I said, is their father alive? Is he in the picture? She said, yeah. They have not seen their father since 2007. And now that my oldest son is graduating college, the father has called and says he wants to have dinner with them. And she said, I have done my best to encourage my sons to keep an open line of communication with their father. However, they have no interest because they see that I'm doing everything. She's working 3 jobs. She has not slept in 5 years. And I said to her, I said, I have so much respect for you. I commend you and I want to thank you for how you are showing up as a parent. I also want to ask, have you ever thought that your sons will have more work life, more earning capability, more years to work to pay for their own education, or at least a part of it, than you do? Because while my hat goes off to her, I'm thinking, you are already beyond middle life and you are working 3 jobs. You have not slept. And she looked exhausted, y'all. Honestly, because she would turn around and we'd have a conversation. And that's when I got to see her face. And she looked exhausted, like her eyes were bloodshot red. She said, yes, I have thought about that. However, the one smart thing that I did do is I started saving when my first son was born. So his college was already taken care of. Where I'm now struggling is with the second one. She said, because I want to set my children up for success. I get that. I really do. I do. And I want to know. I really want to know from you. Oh, Lord, we have comments. What? My girl Fatima West is inviting the world. That's what I love about her, because she gets it. Fatima gets that there is no I in we. This is a team effort. This is a team sport. And when I say this, I mean being an entrepreneur, being a solopreneur, working for yourself. Even if you're in corporate America and you're wanting to get to the next level, no one, and social media will also have you believe, oh yeah, I'm self-made. What? You did not do all of it by yourself. Fam, we must refrain from that way of speaking and that way of thinking and that way of believing. No one gets there by themselves. Oprah Winfrey didn't. Tyler Perry did not. Beyonce did not. Jay-Z did not. No one gets there alone. Arlen Hamilton, my mentor, also says that all wealthy people have this in common. There are 2 things. There are many things, but these 2 things that they have in common, which is they create and they understand the value of collaborations and partnerships. They also all have 7+ streams of revenue, including Arlen, 7. She didn't say 7 jobs, y'all. She said 7 streams of income, 7 different ways of creating revenue, creating passive residual revenue. If you are a self-made, I want to know who you are. And I want to know what determines being self-made, because maybe I just don't know, because I definitely don't know everything. Are women over the age of 40, specifically, yet not exclusively, working harder and longer than we did in our 20s and our 30s? Are you working harder and longer than you did in your 20s and 30s? What's up, Latanya A. Jackson? Thank you so much for being here. Fatima West says, we get to reassess and create the next best move. Yes. Thank you so much again to Tonya Jones for helping me to reframe and to really take a deep dive into the definition and the meaning of crisis. And at the time, had Tonya shared with me that, no, Fee, maybe you are in a midlife reassessment. At that time, because I was so invested in this pain body, I don't know that I would have been able to receive that. And that would have been okay, because at some point, when you know better, you do better. And so at some point, which is that point now, I realized, yes, I was not, it was an opportunity for me to reassess. Yes, on some level at that time, it felt like a crisis. There was a sense of urgency and I needed, sorry, y'all. So my apologies. That is Juan calling. Sekou will call him back. And so at some point, I realized, I really get to look at my life then, my life now, and my life in the future, where I'm going. And now that I'm 54 years young, that sense of urgency has now transitioned or transformed into a priority. And Rev Melissa spoke about this on her show today. And let's see if I can pull that up. Just as a reminder, in case you did not see her show today, I want to help you with this. Rev Melissa has encouraged us, and let's do this, has encouraged us to, doing a lot, y'all, doing a lot. She has encouraged us to look at and write this down and decide, like make a decision. We're not just talking about it. We're not watching Rev Melissa invite us to write this down, but to really decide, what are your priorities right now, today, in this moment, at whatever age and stage of life you're in? What are your priorities? What are you prioritizing? And then you can catch the replay of Rev Melissa's show, who's a Libra, is Libra season. Happy born month to Rev Melissa. You can follow her show Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am Rev Melissa. She is an ordained minister. She is an interfaith disciplinary minister. She's also a life coach, a spiritual life coach, and her teaching is the truth. She is amazing. All right, so let's get back to this. I want to read a few things to you because I said, I don't know if it's just me, again, who's working hard and working long, and Fatima, of course, Fatima West. And that is why we've connected, because we're like twin flames when it comes to the way that we work. And I believe that we are tiers. We're within a few steps of one another in how we're transforming the way that we work. We are transforming the way that we work. According to Pay Scale, women hit their peak earnings when they're in their 40s, but men continue to experience growth in their paychecks as they age. Isn't that something? Women tend to reduce work hours to accommodate caregiving responsibilities, while men often maintain or increase their work commitment. Now, that's something to think about. I read an article about Uber women drivers and older drivers versus Uber younger drivers. Uber younger age drivers tend to make more money. And I was like, wait a minute, how is that possible? Like, everyone gets paid not the same, because it's all dependent upon the rides you take, what time of day, if there's a surge, the duration of the trip, and how much you get tipped. So there are a lot of factors. What they're saying, though, in this article is that because women, period, not just women of a certain age, but women in general, tend to take trips that are, we'll say, less risky than younger people. Meaning sometimes women don't want to work at night because they feel unsafe. Sometimes women don't want to work early in the morning when it's dark outside because they feel unsafe. Sometimes women don't want to work drive or do Uber Eats, Lyft, DoorDash in areas that they're not familiar with, even though they have an app with a GPS, because they don't feel safe. Younger, older. Gosh, babe, it's so sorry, y'all. I'll do better. And Sekou, my producer, is going to help me do better. Older people tend to not want to work more hours. So Uber allows you to work 12 hours, a maximum of 12 hours a day. What I just learned though in Maryland this last time is once you turn the app off, it recalibrates those 12 hours. So really you can work a little more than 12. I was like, oh, wait a minute. They think they're slick, but it could mean that maybe you've taken a break. So older people tend to work fewer hours. Younger people will work up to that 12 hours. And so I said, okay, that makes sense. There's so many factors. The other thing I want to share with you is the shift in our hormones can lead to, women in their 40s are reevaluating everything. Can I say amen to that? Can I get you to put an E in the comment section for, R in the comment section for reevaluating, reassessing, reevaluating your life. Women in their 40s are reevaluating everything: life goals, purpose, motivation, inspiration. Our stress and anxiety are soaring, and the system isn't built to support us. When they say the system, what do you think they mean by the system? What is the system that this writer is saying is not supporting us? I believe I know who that system is, what that system is. It's no surprise we're hitting a breaking point and exploring new paths, which is why I love social media. It's why I'm team social media. It's why I love the work that my partner Sekou Wrights does around finances. It's why I love and resonate with what Rev Melissa does. It's why I love and resonate with who Fatima West is and what she does. It's why I love that my girl Too Tight Tonya Jones and I have been rocking with one another for over 20 years, because they are a part of this new path. I sometimes call it the new norm. I call it the post-COVID new norm. What will this shift mean? So I read an article from a woman on LinkedIn, and this is a question that she poses that I want to pose to you. What will this shift mean? Gaps in future senior teams? Will it mean a new face for corporate America in 10, 20 years? Or could it happen now, like it needs to happen now? Could it mean fresh companies and innovations sparked by this new movement? Could it mean entrepreneurs are supported, especially African-American women being supported by having access to more capital? Could we start to take one's credit score in less consideration and be a little more forgiving that, okay, this person made some mistakes in their 20s and their 30s, and maybe this person didn't have financial education like many of us, just didn't learn how money works versus working for money. So there's so many factors. I hope you want to stay open to continuing this conversation. I'm super excited to go down this rabbit hole. So type a R in the comment section for reassess, reevaluating. Are you a woman over the age of 40, 50, 60, 70, and you are at a place in your life where you are reassessing, reevaluating? All right, so let's get to some hack game announcements. I'm super excited that it is fall and I get to rock my fall hats. Yes. Thank you, Sekou Wrights, for blessing me with this fall hat. All righty. Coming up this Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I need for us, and when I say us, all of us, I have cumulatively Instagram, Facebook, all of my Facebook channels, LinkedIn, TikTok, even Nelson Fee and Nelson the Cat's TikTok page, and YouTube. I have over 80,000 followers. And so my question is, will just 10% of my 80,000 followers, 10%, what is that? 800 people? That is the magic number. That is the number that we are looking for. I want you to be willing to be your sister's keeper and to just simply say yes. Like, don't spend time thinking about it when I ask you this question, which is, will you be willing to be a blessing and to gift a minimum of $10 during my Friday workout? The workout is free. All of the monies are going to Fatima West's daughter. Her name is Angelise Davidson. She's just been accepted at Temple University. She is first generation college student in their family. This beautiful being has received a partial scholarship. When Fatima told me partial, like, I have no idea what that means because I didn't go to university. I don't know anyone who is this transparent and vulnerable to share so much of the process that Fatima has shared with me and invited me to be a part of. I've had so much fun watching this baby end high school, go off to college. I've met her friends, and I'm like, and all of this came, y'all, from Facebook. I met Fatima West on Facebook. I met her on Facebook. I hope you understand where the importance of this. She needs our support in keeping her baby in school. That's it. I envision if just 800 of us show up, and you don't have to necessarily do the workout if you're not available. But what I do want you to do is be willing to say, you know what, no matter where I am financially, what I'm going through. One of the things that I did when I was in Maryland is the first $10 that I made doing Uber for 7 days, I gave to Fatima West's daughter. And one of the things that I didn't share with Fatima, but I'm going to share with you all, is that when I arrived in Maryland, I was already $480 in the hole. So I arrived there in a negative, needing to catch up. But I said, I'm going to gift this girl, this baby, because she's only 18. She's going to be a baby, right? My first 10. And then I made another donation, and then I made another donation. So if you don't have 10, gift what you can. If it's $1, let me tell you, make it holla. $1, make it holla. A slow nickel beats a fast dime. We are doing this Friday at 7:30 a.m. I am inviting you. I'm asking you to show up for the workout because it's a win-win. You get a bomb-ass workout. You get to sweat. You get to lift, tighten, tone. You get to increase your cardiovascular system. You get to be amongst an incredible tribe of women over the age of 40. And yes, you can invite your fiance, because I'll be inviting mine. You can invite your husband, your uncle, your cousin, your boyfriend. Say yes. Say yes, say yes, say yes. If you're not able to show up in person, you simply can click the GoFundMe link, which will be in the group. It will be posted all day today. Well, today's my birthday, but I'm still going to do it because, listen, birthdays are not a day off. It is not an excuse. It is not a reason why. So yes, today I will be posting, tomorrow, and I look forward to meeting, if I don't know you, Friday. You too on Instagram. Go to my Facebook page at Fee King. Actually, on Instagram, I'm going to post that link right now. I'll be right back, and then I'll post it. Look at this. Look what we're going to do right now in real time. If I had my producer, though, I'm just saying, I wouldn't. I'm going to show you what I want you to do, Sekou, right? All right, Instagram. We're going to copy the link. We're going to share it right now. Thank you in advance for making your blessing of a gift donation. Here we go. And so I envision 800 people, a minimum of 800 people, gifting $10 or more, of course. And we raised $16,000 in a matter of 30 days. And imagine if we just supported other people in this way, other business owners, other single parents, someone who's just having a challenging time. Someone posted on Instagram, I think it was Sanji from Omaha, how this used to be the norm. Like when your neighbor was in trouble, you supported them. You didn't talk about them. You didn't shame them. You didn't undermine them. You just reached in your food, your pantry, your cupboard, your refrigerator, your pockets, and you support it. So do what you can, do the best you can. I am Fee King. This is the Fee King Show. I bid you love, light, peace, prosperity, possibility, positivity, abundance, excellent health, and good news. Not just for today, not just for the rest of this week or the rest of 2024, for your entire life condition. Thank you for sharing. I applaud you for sharing in advance. That means I want you to go ahead and share so we can build this channel so that we can monetize it and reach more people. Sharing is caring. I'm out. Peace.